Hey everybody, it's your boy Blue here. Good to see you guys again. Right now, I am playing Transport Fever, which was it's a great little game. It's been out for a hot minute now, I think, a little bit. I remember seeing it on some other YouTubers' videos, but I wanted to play it again. This is going to be a little bit of a different video. This is a game that is I usually play when I'm like looking to play something more relaxed, just to hang out for a little bit. It's not so intense. It's like a simulation, it's like a simulation game. It really is. It's basically anything to do with transporting trains, buses, ships, planes, all that kind of stuff. Creating goods, transporting those goods, selling those goods. I really like it. I really like business simulation games. And the best way to put this is you can kind of see all kinds of different resources around this map and some cities and whatnot. A simple way to explain this is, for example, like right here. This is an oil well. From this, we can extract oil or crude oil, which is the products that it makes. And from there, we can make a transportation system to deliver it to this refinery where it uses crude oil, and then it produces oil and fuel. And fuel I could sell to one of the cities, and oil I could use, like over here, for example. At a chemical plant, I can use the oil to produce plastic. And then with plastic, I can also use, in conjunction with steel at this machine factory, to make machines. And machines, as well as the fuel, like we saw earlier, are one of these like end game products that cities use to grow. So cities require 6 products to grow. In the job sector, they require construction material, machines, and fuel. And from the shopping facilities, they require tools, food, and goods. And then overall, they require population, which you can increase by connecting cities with other cities via like trains, networks, and planes, stuff like that to help them grow. So it's a kind of simple system, but it's still kind of complex, connecting all these different resources and production facilities with the end goal of helping these things grow. So I thought I would do some of this today. The major part of this video, the intention is, I'm not going to rant too much. I want to just chat with you about the direction I'm going with my channel, what's going on, something I've talked about a little bit this week. I got a nice little opportunity here, actually. I've got a farm that can produce grain and livestock, and then a food processing plant over here that will produce food, and then I can deliver that food over here to Chicago, which doesn't look like the Chicago I remember. I'm from the Midwest. I've been to Chicago quite a few times. We're south side Chicago. Is that over here? And it looked like the south side Chicago I remember. But we'll deliver this food to Chicago, and while I'm doing this, I'm going to just chat with you. I'm going to keep this as short as I can. I don't want to rant today, but I do have a point that I wanted to be able to make today with all of you guys. And that goes to my channel, why it was made, where I've been, where I'm going. The whole point. I've made a video, my very first one, that explained my all intentions. And with YouTube, I've always wanted to do it. I was intimidated. I don't like having myself online, putting myself out there. Sometimes it's scary and terrifying. You subject yourself to negativity from people, from criticism, to rumors, to people that are intimidated by you or jealous of you and talk bad of you. Likewise, I've been told the nicest things. I get people email me directly and tell me I changed their life. In the course of like 16 videos, I've changed someone's life. Like, God, like, that's awesome. If I could change someone's life in 16 videos, I don't know. I hope I can do so much more. I'm excited at what else I could do with more capability. But, point being, look at this. I built a cool little train station. This is where the products from the farm will go to this train station. I'll make another one over here to connect to the food processing plant. Back to my point, however, after I build this. Back to my point, however, is throughout all the conflicts of starting this channel, I did it anyways. And it kind of came along in regards and how my whole channel got jump-started. I got very lucky. For the last 8 years, what I personally played was Arma 3. I love that game. It's a military simulator. Within that game is a whole lot of capability in the modding communities, which will create big things like life communities. And life communities, if you aren't aware, and I'm not going to preach because I think most of you are aware, they're just role-playing communities that are modded within Arma 3. And they're really fun. And I've been involved with them for a very, very long time. And the whole start of my channel came from one of these live communities. Once upon a time, for a lot of you that already know the story, through a mutual friend that invited me to come help him, he started a community with 2 other people called Armored Through Project Life. The guy that invited me was named Hayden, one of the original owners, because I'd worked with him before as an admin on another community that he built. Look at this awesome train track. I love it. That's pretty cool. I love this game, man. It's almost kind of, it's beautiful in its own little way. It's very simplistic. Like, look at this. Very simplistic, but damn, is it beautiful. But anyway, I went to Armored Through Project Life. After a hot minute, a bunch of the owners left. 2 of the 3 owners left, and all that was left of the owners was Caden, or Kane, of the famous of Arma 3 Life, who's so talented at everything he does when it comes to development. Really, really, really talented individual. That guy is the developer of anything of life, and when it comes to Arma 3 Project Life, he developed everything you see in game. And he asked me, he said, I can't do this alone, will you be my partner? And I said yes. From there, I helped build everything to do with the community and the staff and the rules and how we do things and keeping the trash out of the roleplay community, and I really enjoyed it. With that, it kind of launched my channel. I got access to be involved with some really big YouTubers. Part of those, Devil Dog Gamer and Honorby. Honorby is such a cool guy. I got really close to Honorby. I love that guy to death. And Devil Dog is a really cool dude. They're very straightforward guys. And while playing with them, they're hilarious. I got people asking, like, hey, we really like Bleu. Why does he have his own channel? Does he stream and this kind of stuff? And I already had a YouTube channel up. Some of my friends had kind of talked me into it. But Honorby forced me basically to create a YouTube or to create a streaming channel. I'm not kidding you. This guy pulled me one day. It's like, you're streaming, man. He helped me create my Twitch channel and then was the very first dude to sub to me. Like, go check my Twitch, man. It was the first guy to ever sub to me. Is the famous Honorby to more YouTube, man. And he did a lot for me with that. Helped me stream. And from that, I got really excited. I got a bunch of viewers. A bunch of you that do watch came from those people and jump-started my entire presence online. And I was so excited at that opportunity, not wanting to blow it, that for streaming, I went overboard. I went ridiculously overboard. For when I started streaming, I wanted to not lose the opportunity because I felt like so many streamers had to claw and fight for 3 or 4 or 5 viewers, and I started off with like 300 that I streamed every day for 3 or 4 months. Every day. Went ridiculously overboard. And it took over my life, guys. I did not do anything else at the time unless I was sick or I had a social plan outing with friends like way ahead of time, and I just couldn't. Come on now, connect. And I just couldn't, cancel on them. There we go. Then, unless that was the case, I was streaming every day, and it burnt me out. It burnt me out. After 4 months, I got of everyday streaming, like not taking a break. I started switching to like taking a day off here and there, to taking like 2 or 3 days off in the week. But at the very end, it just became me coming home from a full day's work, 8, 9, 10 hours, working in the government, which is already like enough to put a bullet in your brain. Like, don't ever put a bullet in your brain, but which is already like crazy stressful. I would come home from that just to be like not looking forward to streaming, and I did not want that feeling, and I felt like that was me kind of wasting the opportunity, which is the whole point I was trying to avoid. So, from there, I took a break, and I kind of disappeared for a hot minute, and I just kind of regathered myself, just kind of got through stuff, and kind of get away from the internet for a little bit. There was also the time where a disagreement between me and the owner of Arma 3 Project Life, and money being involved, that kind of stuff, that I left. There came an instance where he told me that he didn't think we were actually partners. He thought he could fire me, and when I got told that, I felt like offended. I felt taken advantage of, and I said, well, I'm just going to leave. And I left Arma 3 Project Life. And ever since then, I feel like my channel growth has stopped. And I hated that. And I didn't YouTube for a while because it's a struggle, guys. I love YouTube and it's the dream, but if you only reach out to like 20, 30, 40 people that are viewing you, that sucks. And even on top of that, And I don't want to be unthankful, but even on top of like the 40 views you'll get, if only like 2 or 3 of them actually watch your whole videos, and in your statistics it'll say like 35 of the people or the majority of the people just watch like the first 2 minutes and then leave, it's demotivating. But then you got to struggle with being demotivated but not wanting to feel like, oh, I'm being arrogant because I'm not appreciating the views I do have. And that's my biggest fear. I don't want to be arrogant. I don't want to not appreciate the opportunity I have. So, I had intended for this big return back to YouTube. Oh my gosh. I talked about this being a business simulator earlier. I'm already like running low on money. I got to borrow more. It's all good though. We're going to make that up. But on the subject of borrowing money, and not anymore, I was, for the majority of my adult life, a sailor. I was in the U.S. Navy, and oh man, I got out finally, just over recovering from, service-related stuff and just feeling like it was time for me to get out. And I got out, but I don't know much else in the world other than my military service. As a lot of people like to jokingly refer to that I was a dolphin trainer. I wasn't. I did information and computer-based work and stuff like that for the military. And I got a job up in D.C. Right after the military, and I was excited at working for like a big government agency, how professional that is, like a new life, wearing polos and freaking khakis and being professional and yada yada, whatever, putting my uniform away and trying my new professional life. And it came to bite me in the ass really bad. I was not prepared. I put everything I had in the back of my pickup truck, and I moved up to D.C. with barely anything to my name. I had no money really saved up from my Navy life. I was a party go happy sailor, and I spent it all and yada yada. And I moved up to D.C. with barely a penny to my name, and I was not prepared for the expenses of this life. And I had to buy this big fancy apartment, and because it was all I could get that was close enough to work. The cost of living up here is outrageous. I had a job that I could barely fund everything, and I actually could not fund everything. So I moved up to D.C. making less money than it cost me to live on. And I started off with me just putting it on the credit card, or just, yeah, that's pretty much it, putting it on the credit card. Month after month after month, just expecting like a big change. I was applying for different jobs, trying to get a higher salary, doing this or that. I was making decent money. And so to me, I was making more money than I did in the Navy, so to me, I was doing great. But in the area that I was living in, I was not doing great at all. I didn't know anyone in the city. I couldn't find another roommate to live in with, just due to like the much older, like most people that are out here are like in their 30s or 40s, so it was hard to find like a roommate my age or any of that kind of stuff. Anyway, the point being, I went into crazy debt. And here a year later, after finally getting out of my damn lease, I have to take actions to get myself out of a terrible debt situation. And YouTube can't do that for me. I can't even work YouTube full time. I'm not in YouTube for the money. For those that watch my videos, I don't even monetize my videos. I don't put ads on them. I'm not here to take your money. I'm here to make you laugh and make you have a good time. So this is why I now have to go on deployment. So now I'm going to be deployed to Afghanistan as a private military contractor. Going to go do the good fight. And I'm happy to go. I've got no issues with going. I'm going to buy some trains here. Here we go. I'm actually excited, in a sense, to go back and deploy and feel that again. But that aside, it's different than kind of like my my time in the military. Now I have to go because I need the cash, and I've got creditors, and the wolves are at my doorstep, guys. So I have to deploy to Afghanistan. In the last couple of weeks, I've been unemployed while I wait for the plane to take me over, which is coming tomorrow now. So this whole time, I've had all this free time, and I wanted to do what I really enjoy to do, which was put out YouTube videos. So this whole week, I've been putting out YouTube videos. I had spent a lot of this time in between the last time I put up YouTube videos and now to learn, do things better. I've been able to put out better quality videos, better thumbnails, better audio, better everything. I learned. And I've been really excited to do this again, but I've got to deploy, guys. So the whole point of this video is to explain, I don't know what that looks like. I want to do YouTube. I want to be here for you guys. I don't want to like leave again because I feel like if I keep having to have these big absences between my videos, I'm just going to lose my viewer base, and I'm terrified of that. So I told a buddy of mine that I'd be interested in doing like vlogs or something while deployed because like my gaming setup, I'm going to bring a laptop for deployment, but I'm not going to have the time nor the system capabilities to actually, you know, YouTube over there. At least for the kind of videos I'm putting out right now. So, here we go. We're about to get this big bad boy train out of here, by the way. My first train, I'll take a break here from my little speech. My first train is now going to come out of there. It's going to come to this station where he's going to pick up livestock and grain, and then he's going to go choo-choo all the way over here and drop it off here at this station where it's going to be made into goods or food. And then with the food, I'll build another train that'll take it here to the city. And then it'll feed old Chicago. But anyway, while that's going on, back to my thing. I don't want to leave again for a while, but I'm not going to be able to put out the same kind of videos I'm putting out. So my middle ground is I'm going to try to, while I'm deployed, do some type of vlog. Maybe tell you more about me. You have a better picture of who I am for those people that are actually diehard fans that are watching. So that's what I intend to do. And when I come back from deployment, I hope to have enough cash in my pocket to be able to just take it easy for a bit. I'm going to move. I'm going to do something new. I'm getting the hell out of DC, guys. I'm going to go start a life somewhere else and do that. And when I do that, I hope to come back to YouTube semi-near full-time. You know, at least like putting out a video every day would be really cool. I don't think you got to do it full-time and, you know, have YouTube be your job to put out a video every day. It's not easy, but you know, you can do it. It's not even the half the effort into doing it. It's that like it requires so many stops on the way between you record a video. Excuse me. You record a video and you encode it, and you edit it, and then you encode it again, and then you upload it, and then you process it, and then it's finally on the channel. And that's all the steps that go into actually getting a YouTube video in front of you guys. And that's just like a 20-minute video. It's just the fact that I'm not going to have that much time on deployed to do that. So my minimum hours a day are 12 hours on deployed, so working 12 hours a day, you know, then use the extra like 3-4 hours I got before I sleep to like go to the gym and eat and do whatever. I'm just not going to have a lot of time. But I'm focused on maintaining some type of presence. So at the very least, I'd like maybe like a once-a-week vlog. It's not going to be what my channel's about, which is high-quality gaming videos and making you all laugh, but it'll keep me here and let you all know what I'm doing. So I wanted to make this video. I hate ranting. Again, I apologize for all that, but I just wanted y'all to know what's going on, where I'm going, why I'm going to not be here as much as I've been this last week. So that's the story, everybody. I'm deployed to Afghanistan as a private military contractor. I'm going to miss you guys. I will be back. I'm not disappearing. And when I get back from deployment, I do intend to give you guys 100% of my attention. I really do mean that. So stick with me. If you've been a fan for me this early, I hope you're the start of this huge freaking channel. You know what I mean? Like, that'd be awesome. Maybe one day. Maybe one day, gentlemen. There we go. There it goes. Choo-choo! We got a train going. Hell to the yeah. See, now look at them. Now these goods are going to be loaded up on the train tracks and stuff while it's gone. And it'll keep growing. It'll grow this like entire length of the train track. That's why I built a really long track. But yeah, it'll go there and then get made there. I thought my talk would be a little bit longer, so I was intending for you all to see more. But I'm going to cut it here. I think I've chatted for long enough, and y'all get the point. So I have to deploy. Creditors at my door. Gotta go. Make good money, come back, see you all again, and putting out the kind of material that I want to put out. So until then, everybody, this is your boy Blue signing off. I'll see you guys when I see you. Appreciate it. Goodbye.